let's start off, man. Let's go through your story
Okay.
and get to know you a little bit, man. So for the people who don't know, where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Inglewood, California, man. I was in church, man, doing music. My dad, I grew up in Inglewood family. You feel me? I'm a blood. You feel me? I through my family, my brothers, they was all bloods from Inglewood family. My dad had property through Los Angeles, and then him and my mom broke up. I moved to this property on the east of Los Angeles, was the Swans neighborhood, and that's where I met Blue Da Vinci, which he knew that Razzcast was my cousin.
You said your family was all Bloods.
Yeah, my family was Bloods, man. My oldest brother was from Inglewood family. You feel me? Inglewood family back in the '80s, '90s. My brother that's older than me named Stump from Nine Deuce Inglewood family. You feel me? I had a talent, man. You know what I'm saying? I was blooding and I was gang banging with my
Okay,
brothers.
so
You know what I'm
uh,
saying?
growing up, seeing your family, is that what made you want to follow their footsteps into the streets?
No, it wasn't. It didn't make me want to follow it. My mom was in the church. My dad from Louisiana. You feel me? We grew up in Inglewood. My brother was a blood, and I knew we was in the street life. You feel me? It was a hardcore life. I was, you know what I'm saying? We was bloods. And at that time, it was more Crips than bloods. So we was outnumbered. You had to be hard. You had to be hardcore out there. You know what I'm saying?
How much were you outnumbered, do you think? Bloods versus Crips. I remember this being the thing
I
people
mean,
talked about.
yeah. I mean, in
They
the
would say it
'80s,
was like
man, it was maybe like
20 to
it
1 or
was like
something.
yeah, it was like 20 to 1 blood. Like so, our neighborhoods like Inglewood families, the Swans, the Avalon Pyrus, the Crenshaw Mafias, the Divalanes. My boy, shout out to Mont from Divalanes. You know, a lot of different. We was like a brotherhood. You feel me? We only partied within each other. You feel me? We had hood days and we only kicked it with each other. Sometimes their enemies became our enemies because we were so close. Inglewood families, the Swans, um, a lot of Bloods in L.A., Inglewood.
Who were you guys' like worst enemies when you were growing
Our
up?
worst enemies was the 6 O's. And the crazy thing about it was I ended up being Nipsey Hussle producer, which was the 6 O's, the 9 O's, all the hood, all the 9 O's and people that was claiming neighborhood. You feel me? The different sets around 6 O's and 9 O's. 9 O's is in the back of our neighborhood. I lived on it by Van Ness and Hardy, which was like, you keep going east, you're gonna run into the 9 O's. You're gonna go to Jesse Owens Park. You feel me? So they was our worst enemies. The 6 O's was our worst enemies. You know what I'm saying? We a lot of history of us killing each other. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any situations where you were outnumbered by a lot of Crips and you had to still get down?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was at Jesse Owens Park. You feel me? I used to swim at Jesse Owens Park, and when people at Jesse Owens Park started noticing that I used to go home across Van Ness and I was with them people, we got chased out of there. You feel me? I was people up in Jesse Owens Park. We swimming and shit. And niggas up that watch the people swimming. They up there banging on us and shit. And while my boy Snugs, rest in peace from Eagle family. You feel me? He ended up going back dumping on all the motherfuckers up there. You know what I'm saying? My boy Snugs, he wasn't playing that shit. That was my boy. We used to go to Jesse Owens Park and swim. And then when they started noticing, like, hey, they walk home that way. They not from over here. You feel me? That's when it got bad with the neighborhoods, not always with us, with me and them, different them. Like, they chased us home and shit. Snugs wasn't having that shit. Snugs got a gun, went to the apartments across the street, knocked on the door. As soon as they opened the door, he dumped on all them niggas. Snugs, rest in peace. I could talk about it. So yeah, Snugs was crazy for my hood. Nine Deuce, Inglewood family, Snugs, rest in peace. Shout out to Rod Dog, Bisco, and all them. Like, yeah, that was my road dog. Snugs, rest in peace. But yeah, that's when I first started noticing that the neighborhoods didn't like where I was from. You know what I'm saying?
How old were you when this happened?
Probably like 16, 17. I used to go to Jesse Owens Park, and I was part of their swim team. They had a swim team. They was trying to get people that knew how to swim real good to be a part of their swim team. And I used to go every Saturday to swim with them. Me and Snugs and my boy Carl, Baby Floss. You feel me? So we used to go over there, swim with them and shit. And they was noticing after we got through swimming, we was walking over there. And then Snugs, my boy, he was a rider. He didn't give a fuck. What were you asking where he was from? He was gonna tell you. So a couple of them people asked him where he was from before he started swimming. We was in the pool. He was like, nigga, this Inglewood, I live over there. This Inglewood family, 9 dudes, 4 block riders, whatever. Like, they was like, oh, they from over there. So we started getting chased out that park. And then the 9-0s is like they cool with the 6-0s and all the neighborhoods that we got. They got different sets through Los Angeles, from all the way on down, from the 100s to 11s. They got different sets spread throughout, and they party together. We party together. It's like a brotherhood. This banking shit was like a brotherhood. You feel me? People party together. Our blood niggas, we partied with the Denver Lanes, Crenshaw Mafias, other bloods. It was outnumbered. So they enemies became our enemies through bitches, and people might have had a baby mama that was from 6-0. They was fucking on a girl or making love to a girl or something from over there. And a lot of shit stemmed from baby mamas and hood rats and different from niggas and like, but as far as like my card and shit where I came from, like we was bloods. We was Damu riders, you feel me?
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.